Alright, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is for you. It's good to see you all on this third anniversary show of mine. Kyra, Di, good to see you both. Welcome to the stream. So before I begin, 3 years. I've been at this for 3 years now. That honestly kind of stunts me, because honestly it still feels like I'm only a month in, still just stumbling and bumbling, trying to figure out how this shit works, and yet here I am. It's been 3 years. There have been significantly more famous people than me who have long since had their careers finish and start and finish. Wild. And here I still am. It's an achievement in the end, but in all honesty, sometimes it doesn't feel like it. It's a lot of work. A lot of work. And, all that work, and still not exactly a top-tier name, but I don't gotta be. I ain't in this for the fame. I'm in this to have more than 3 people listen to my music, and anyways, so yeah, sorry for the late start. I was busy trying to get things sorted out for the first at the last minute, because I've been real busy with work back in the kingdom this week. Yeah, exactly. Doing what I love is what matters. That's dead on the money. Exactly right. That's all anybody can hope to do. People who only got into this gig for the money have most likely long since moved on to other ventures. That's a nice thing about this medium being something of a Shark Tank. It's only people who actually want to VTube left at this point. But that's enough of that. So that's enough of just me talking. Because I have people who want to call in, people who want to talk to me, people I can actually bounce off of. And our first guest is actually right here in chat, so I'll just call him and let him introduce himself. And there he be.
I be here. Hi.
Yes, you
I
are.
should probably mute. Oh, much better. I started to hear myself twice. I always do that. But how you doing, Cliff? It's been 3 years now, hasn't it?
Yep, 3 years, and you and I... Did we debut on the same day, or was it like 1 day apart?
Yes. Okay, so no, we debuted on the same day within a few hours, but your debut kind of... You tried to debut on the same time.
The less, yeah, the less we say about that stream, the better. We'll, to put it as politely as possible, I've come a very, very long way since those days.
To be fair, half the issue was YouTube was really bad at the time for live stream.
Yep.
Oh, yes. You, Cliff, for anyone who doesn't know, Cliff and I technically are you twins, but you know, it's been a long time. Those sort of details don't matter too much.
Yeah, especially not.
We've both been here. We've both been here forever.
Exactly. It's like I was saying at the beginning, like, think of all the ultra-famous VTubers who've had their entire careers in half the time we've been around.
Yeah, and there's been people who, like, even in the last, 6 months, I've seen pop up and already burn out. I think they just think it's gonna work out in I'm doing well these days, but, that's after 3 years of, I've been consistent. You've had a lot of time when you've had to, just stop streaming for a while. Which
exactly. Although not necessarily have to, but,
Oh, I mean, not half, but, you've had a long period of times where you just weren't streaming and you're working on life stuff, yeah?
Exactly, more or less. Or just, hiding in my DAW doing music. Sometimes it happens that way.
The music's good. The music's good. I still think that, the more I do this, the more stuff, being someone who's making music or some other skill is like long term far more valuable. It's easier for you to lean on that. Like, oh, if you stop making like a video for 1 day, it's not a big deal because you have your music. And that stuff has staying power.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a nice thing. That's a nice thing. I don't really do disposable entertainment, so to speak. Like, the music I write is more or less timeless. Like, trends are gonna change, people are gonna change, but it's just still gonna be there, perfectly preserved.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to worry too much, like in the moment. It's all about just doing your best to, make whatever the best you can at the time, and you've definitely been doing that.
Exactly.
And slowly, more and more, you figure out how to get yourself out there. It's not easy.
Really isn't. To say nothing of the fact that, again, I have a pathological hatred of advertisement in all its forms anyways, which is not the best trait to have in this sort of niche, to say the least.
Realistically, platforms are getting better for at least music side, where you can kind of post your music, and to some degree, the platform's pushing out some. But I guess there's just that. The platforms are trying some.
Well, most of them are.
Yeah.
I can think of one particular platform where advertising is on the way out for people like us, but...
Tumblr? No.
No.
Oh, gosh. I don't really keep up with it. Yeah?
I was about to say, just don't get me started on the social media situation in general. Like, none of them are appealing to me at the moment.
Yeah, YouTube Shorts are going well lately. Like, honestly, YouTube in general has actually been pretty good. Even for music side, I've been told it's pretty solid. I don't know what you have to do to get your stuff, like, cataloged properly on YouTube, but they're trying.
I would not claim to know.
Yeah, that sort of thing. Like, that sort of thing, probably like, oh, you can go find someone who has that stuff figured out. Less marketing and more just having your stuff cataloged properly on these platforms, probably good.
Right.
But that's something I know.
Like, again, tagging things isn't fucking arcane or even at the best of times, so it's hard just hard to really know what's going on there.
Yeah. I don't even think it's necessarily tagged, but like, I don't know. You'll have to find people. You just keep on doing your best. That's what matters. Just do your best. We'll just look at there along the way. I know there's lots of people who you've been like slowly giving commissions for. I think you still have open commissions for your music.
They're always
That's
open
always a good
in my
way.
case.
Yeah.
Just haven't had any takers lately. Not that that's surprising. Economic downturns.
Oh yeah, music has to be expensive because it just takes long. Like, it's not like a doodle or something where like, oh, you can get it done in 20 minutes or something. Like the minimum, I don't even know what the minimum time for a song would be, but it would still be at many hours, I imagine. Like on the shortest, simplest thing.
Actually, you'd be surprised. Like if it's something short and simple, I can get it done in like a day. Like if somebody wants punk or simple metal or something, like the turnaround wouldn't be that long. Like most of the reason my music commissions take that long in the first place is because there needs to be two-way communication. I need to like touch base, ask people, hey, do you like this riff? Is the theme I'm going for fine? Do I but people are sort of pokey.
Yeah, it can be hard. It's also gonna be hard for people to explain what they want. I know I'm guilty of that. The one time I've worked on a music piece, gosh, I was like, I know it sounds good.
Well, I mean, it's really. I keep telling people it's actually very similar to art. Like, if you want to commission art, you show people your reference sheet. You show people maybe art piece or two that you want the artist to say, hey, I like this pose, go for that pose. Or, the composition in this is really cool, could you do something like that? Or, color palettes, I like the color palette on this art. Like that sort of thing, right?
Like, I think for, like, me, the best I can do usually is, like, oh, I give, this is my design and stuff. but I have the interesting. I think it's very rare these days. I don't usually listen to music outside the context of something else.
Huh.
So like it's like in the context. Oh, outside of like lo-fi or like some background jazz I put on or whatever, just so I can work. But like I am, if it's something music, it's always with like, oh, a game has music or an anime has music or movie. I don't, outside of like background style music, I don't listen to music beside, it's mostly like lo-fi type stuff when I'm not like playing games or something. That just helps me focus and work or whatever. But like
Right.
I know most people like actually listen to music, so you'll have people like, oh yeah, I want something like this. I don't have that.
Yeah, I can see that being difficult, but yeah, like again, it's largely the same thing. Like I have people show me songs they want me to sort of get the style of. Like you were gonna bring up, you brought up music doing numbers earlier, and I was like, huh, of all things, like I just released 2 different commissions a few days ago, or like maybe it was 2 weeks ago, I don't know. And they were
one you said did well.
Yeah, like my commission for my brother Zach Thunderbird, which is funny because I was actually, sort of shitting myself in the writing process of that because crazy boy wanted EDM, electronic music, and I explicitly warned him, listen, I have no idea what I'm doing with that, and he trusted me anyways. Just go ahead and do it. And I think the song turned out fantastically, honestly.
Yeah, and now you can say that, like, you can do that.
Right.
At least you have a better idea.
Right, and again, the video I uploaded of the song popped the fuck off. Like, it got, like, what was it, like, almost 200 views last I saw?
Yeah, it's at, like, 174. So you'll probably get over 200 at one over time. Because it's only been, like, 2 weeks.
Right.
Like, music's definitely one of those things where I don't think YouTube cares how old the video is. So, like...
Yeah, again,
it's
timelessness.
not like... Yeah. Exactly. And you're also, for this particular one, you're not particularly, like... Because most of your other ones I've seen do well are tied to someone who has a very big community.
Right.
Not that... Like, I like Thunderbird, but, like, he's not like, Twitch partner size or anything. So, like, most of that's just on YouTube pushing people to you. So,
right.
Like, if you had something like that pop up with Ofto, big community, it probably would have been, like, pretty crazy.
I bet. But...
Oh, it's Golden Bones. Welcome on in. Good to see you. One of my peeps.
I see.
Yes, but we're here with Cliff. Us, who... Basically, we've been VTubing for around the same time, which is... I still think it's crazy. I'm trying to think. You know what's crazy though is in the people who started with us compared to like most of the other people, like in the other VTuber circles, our circle-ish have had very few fall-offs after 3 years.
Yeah, so I noticed.
Like gosh, I don't keep in contact with a lot of people because like they're mostly on Twitch.
Right.
But like it's crazy. It's like, oh, the guy Shady's still doing like or whatever. All those people, they're all still doing stuff. It's like, ah, cool.
Yeah.
Part of it's just maybe none of us are falling to go into a corpo. Okay, some of us did, but like majority of us didn't. So we're all here, and all of us were like, no, we're just gonna do this.
Right. Because again, not that much. See, again, that's my thing. I have things against clout chasing. Like, I'm afraid of looking like a clout chaser is the thing. And the one time, see, and the funny thing is, the one time I actually did nigh explicitly clout chase, it sort of backfired on me. Because, I did a song for one of the new Phase Connect girls, just because,
Oh no! And then they graduated, right?
No. Actually, no.
No.
What happened
was...
It had nothing to do with the graduation. The problem is that they just never saw the damn song in the first place.
Oh. I've made clout... Okay, the closest thing to clout chasing I've done is where I've done, like, my clay figures of like the big corpos. I don't know if they've seen it. I don't think even Randon has seen the one I made for him.
Right. Because that's a problem. The big indies, the corpos, they're all just busy as hell. They don't. They probably would like to pay attention to everybody, but they just can't realistically.
Oh yeah, the Dokeeper. The one I did for Dokeeper. Oh, okay. Honestly, for that, I was like, for most of the time, I just want to like make something fun around the creator. Like, oh, just like a little Dokeeper clay figure. I'm not that good. I'm not that good at it. It's just fun.
Right.
So that's the closest thing I do to clout. But like, I mean, I wouldn't worry about too much, quite frankly, especially on YouTube. I felt like it was way more of an issue on Twitch. Twitch is so bloodthirsty.
They do have systems to incentivize that sort of behavior. So.
Oh yeah.
But again, switching to Twitch is also the reason I'm not quite so isolated, because that's the whole reason I made the switch in the first place. I was just sort of sick of being sort of an island, because again, that was how it was at the time. If you were streaming on YouTube, then you really were just sort of atomized. Just
yeah, like, these days it's gone much better, and I would say generally it doesn't. Okay, so on YouTube you can be a lone wolf and do fine, which does mean people are less like, I must collab, but like also I've had much better experiences with like creators that are much bigger than me on YouTube. They're like, hey, you want to do something fun? And they're like you're like legitimately like, oh yeah, it sounds fun, I want to do a collab. Because usually they're like, I guess I follow under the case where I've had other people like, here, but it's like, I just want to do stuff. It's just hard to plan. Just invite me.
Yeah, it's like what was that tweet that was going around a couple of months ago that a lot of people are like vampires that need to be invited into things to be social. I was like, that's literally me.
Are you saying Congo's a vampire? I mean, that makes sense actually if it's lore.
Yeah, I was about to say immortal. It's all sort of the same thing, really. If you know him, you know him. If you don't, it's whatever.
Yeah, we're talking about. Oh, we're talking about the. Why am I? Yeah, chat's talking about the vertical live stream, which
I see them. I'm paying attention to them. Just obviously, not much opening to really converse with them.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe you could. I guess you could do karaoke. Karaoke would kind of work for you if you want to do like Nori did eventually. But that's for you to plan later.
Because see, that's the thing. I'm to be blunt, I'm sort of reluctant to dial into the vertical streaming, because let's start with the fact that I've never liked vertical video in the first place, and it sort of upsets me that it actually became a viable way to record videos. Like, people are recommending it, and it's like...
Do you remember the old video, the vertical video syndrome?
Yes, glove and boots. That's the exact video I was talking about. And the worst fucking part is, they deleted that video because they knew they lost that war, and it's like, no, you were the chosen ones. Well, I mean, it's not technically gone. Like, it's been re-uploaded, but the original creators took it down.
Yeah, that's so unfortunate, because like I always think about that every time I do something, like, because I'm slowly going more and more for vertical. I'm like, oh no, I've become what I hated.
Yeah, and that's my reluctance. Like, I had to be. Like, you had to convince me to start doing fucking shorts, vertical video shorts, and it's like. I felt dirty doing that.
I think a good way to look at it is a lot of people consume on their phone these days. Like, majority of people, we are old for having computers.
Yeah, don't remind me.
It's damn sure. Optionally, you can just get a vertical monitor. It does help with that content. I scroll through like YouTube and TikTok a lot on my vertical monitor.
But again, that's just me. I'm always the last line of defense against the old ways, it appears. Because again, it took literally everybody else jumping on Twitch for me to make the switch. And then...
You weren't the last one. I think you think of two people that were after you. There was Corpse and Randon.
Sounds about right. And even then, like...
But you were very close to the end, and then it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, and the only reason... honestly, the only reason I went back on YouTube is because it became convenient to multi-stream. Because the thing is, I hate both of these platforms equally. At the risk of biting the hand, it's just that these platforms have both long since exhausted my patience. I feel no loyalty to either of them. So it's like, you know what?
You should. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't stream to both because I like both. I stream to both because I hate both, and I'm like, well, I'm puny anyway, so what's the point? I might as well just pump my numbers a bit more.
As long as you're not streaming to Kick, I think you haven't screwed up too far. Stream to Kick. Just don't go to Kick and you're fine.
Didn't even want to go there. Did not even want to go there.
Oh gosh, that site. It's fine. Twitch has gone. Twitch has been doing some things. I think overall I've been happy with what YouTube's been doing, but like you definitely should not be loyal to a platform. They don't deserve loyalty.
Believe me, I am not. I am loyal to absolutely none of the software I use at the moment. Like, I wouldn't even be using Discord if I could convince anybody else. Like, hey, we should try something else.
We should go back to TeamSpeak. Let's go. Do you know TeamSpeak has a Discord clone? TeamSpeak at some point started to do. It basically looks like Discord.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so you have your page server, and then you have like it's the same sort of thing, but I guess you manually typed, your address for each server, but it runs like Slack or Discord. Ventrilo.
Yep.
No, Mumble.
Yeah, return to tradition. Let's bring back Ventrilo harassment. Let's do fucking prank calls. That was the funny shit.
Oh gosh, no, but the one thing I remember from Ventrilo was like, for some reason there was join sound, so you just put random ass characters, and every time you joined it would play the TTS of it.
Uh-huh.
as long as it's not Skype. Oh gosh, Skype
exactly,
was the cursed
yes.
bastard child.
Fuck Skype.
Gosh.
That's the one platform I'm glad is dead.
It's unfortunately not, but luckily people don't use that side of business.
Uh-huh.
But it's... Yeah, I Skype was never good.
Really wasn't.
Like,
it was in the same position Discord's in now. It's like, it's just the popular one. It's the one everybody has. It's the one, if you're the friend who hates...
works.
Right.
Like, Skype had
most
issues
of the
just
time
not working.
Most of the time, you say that like Discord has 100% uptime itself.
That's true. It works most of the time. It works more often than Steam. Doesn't Steam still go offline every like Wednesday for an hour? Something stupid like that.
I mean, not as far as I can tell, but see, I was gonna bring this up earlier when you were talking about no music outside of streaming or listening to game music. Like, that's me with video games. I don't play video games unless it's VTuber related anymore.
That's why I don't play that much. Okay, these days I'm only playing like one game. I'm only playing Star Rail right now. I should pick up another game, but these days I barely play games because I stopped streaming games, and then I just watch anime.
Yeah, with
I watch a lot of anime.
Yeah, with me, I'm just back to doing nothing but like music tutorials or random let's plays or video essays or something.
Yeah, they're good though.
Like people think I spend a lot of time on Twitch, but no. I have the tabs open all the time just because I like to lurk on my friends' streams just to pump their numbers a bit, but no. I don't actually spend that much time watching streams, shockingly enough.
I think even during my peak on Twitch, I usually spent like 15 minutes on person's stream before my brain zoomed over to something else. Right. But I would like say hi, talk a little bit. I'd be like, oh, we can go over to other shiny thing.
Yep.
Yeah,
fortunately, fortunately, I don't think I have that problem quite as much, just because I don't literally have ADD, so...
Oh yeah, I have it pretty bad, but I've seen some people that are like even worse, and like I'm in that range where it's like, oh, the doctor are like, you're probably fine without any meds, because Endos have other issues. I'm like, okay.
Right.
So I'll just be chronically silly. It's fine.
Right. Then again, that reminds me of a tweet that happened a couple of months ago. I think it was Pippa who posted. It was a chart that's like, yeah, you have ADD. That's a remnant of your hunter-gathering roots, like the fucking cavemen and shit. Like, that's all. Every ADD trait would have helped a hunter-gatherer.
Oh yeah,
so now
we'd be like, because it's all that like recalling of that random info. It's like, oh yeah, that berry we haven't seen in 10 years. Oh yeah, it's poisonous.
Yes. Or else you only sleep in like, 3 or 4 hour shifts, and it's because that's as long as you can sleep safely without just having to worry about a predator.
I've never had the sleeping time issue. It's getting to bed because I always want to stay up. So I'd probably be the one on watch, like watching, and then at some point I'd fall asleep.
Right.
Zombies.
Then again, I say that,
Yeah.
and I say that, and yet I've only been sleeping in 3 to 4 hour chunks for the last year for no explicable reason.
I know from my limited, well, not limited, it was like a year, when I was sitting on unemployment for a while. Oh, I could definitely sleep for like 9 hours, 10 hours every day, no issue. It's more like, if I have responsibilities, I end up losing some of that.
Yep.
But I'm good at sleeping. It's going to bed's hard. Going to bed's hard, but sleeping.
See, the funny thing is, I have the opposite problem. If I feel tired, then I can, like... That's the one advantage. Like, that's the one thing that's improved with my sleep. If I need to sleep, then I can just lay down and just sort of doze off. And next thing you know, I wake up 2 hours later. That never used to happen. I was never able to take naps.
Yeah, I can't take naps. I've from experience, if I take a nap, I'm asleep for at least like 4 hours. And until recently, I used to sleep through alarms. I've trained my brain to wake up to alarms, but like, until very recently, I used to always sleep through alarms. I was a deep sleeper.
See, and I have the opposite problem. If I set an alarm, then my body is like dreading it. Like, oh god, I don't want to be woken up by some loud-ass alarm with the fucking ass crack of dawn, so I just never fall asleep in the first place, or else only sleep. See, but again, like, you mentioned if you have something to do the next day, then yeah, you'll sleep for less. That still happens to me, so instead of a 4 hour chunk, I get a 2 hour chunk.
Oh no.
Incredible. That's why... No. That's why shit luck and life down to a T right there.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like a VTuber life there. All of us are lacking sleep. I'm on the. I usually get sleep, but like some VTubers are like, I never sleep. I'm like, yeah. We're all up at like 4 a.m.
Although at least in my case, it's not a conscious choice.
Yeah.
I'd absolutely be asleep at that time if it were up to me.
For me, I'm happy if I fall asleep at 4 a.m. That's going to bed early.
So yeah, my aim is usually... I fell asleep at like 6. Yeah, my aim is usually, for like proper quote-unquote bedtime, it's midnight.
That's not too bad.
It really isn't, but... The problem is, if I go to bed at midnight, then usually I wake up at like 4:45 on a good night. 3 a.m. on a bad night.
Oof. Yeah, if you could... I don't know, maybe... I don't know, like CB meds or something. I don't know. But like, if
I do take sleeping meds, and this shit all still happens.
Rip. I started... Okay, for one of the reasons I've been easy to fall asleep lately, I just take melatonin. But
I take melatonin and this shit all still happens. There's a reason my doctor wants me to do a sleep study sometime soon.
Yeah. That could probably help. You could have... There's lots of things that could be. I'm not a doctor. All I can say, that ain't normal.
Yes, I am aware this isn't normal. It was not normal. I did not need a professional to tell me it wasn't normal.
Yeah.
What I do need a professional to tell me is how to fucking fix this shit. Because this is not a sustainable way to live. Like, I can make up sleep later in the day, like, if I'm really lucky, I can just fall asleep later in the morning and wake up at noon. But I'd still rather not do that. I'd still rather just sleep all in one shot like I used to be able to do. And I still can't fathom why I can't do that.
You're just in a constant state of anxiety, which is probably as accurate.
That's painfully plausible in itself.
Yeah. Kyra saying, saw hypothesis of why women love to shop and why men love to go. Yeah, like there's a lot of stuff that like it's just like the sleeping habits. It's just our monkey brains being there still and us trying to fight them for society.
I was literally just about to say fucking simian brain going on, like just us being a little too close to our biological ancestors for comfort.
Oh, we truly live in a society.
Yes, we do. It's why Joker moments are the hot shit nowadays. It's a hard life we live. It's a hard life we all live now, these days.
No, we all just somehow get over to one of those like abandoned homes in Japan and live there. Oh. The hard part is getting there. It's getting there. It's the hard part. Yep. But if you're okay living in the middle of nowhere, then you do got homes.
Just like America.
Yeah, but rural America's much worse. Oh gosh. I don't know. That's my future. I'm still looking at stuff. I'm still. I think people have like noticed that, like, oh yeah, I'm still slowly working on like getting over there. But for me, like my main motivation to like grow is I have to be big enough. I'm not going to like a full corpo agency. It's more like far more traditional, which is good. Like normal, like the travel agencies. They just want you to like do travel content for Japan and whatnot, and they bring you over there for that.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think the closest I'd ever come to coming corpo at this point is I have some friends who essentially started a management team, like a content creation team. I don't know if
like a lot of
I don't know if you're familiar with Koki, Callie, those girls, 3 a.m.
Yeah.
That sort of idea. Like, they haven't gone corpo technically, but they have managers now.
Oh, I didn't realize they got proper managers. Like, 'cause I know they've like been together, and that's probably part of the reason why they've always like one of the things I've noticed on Twitch. I don't think it's necessary on other platforms, but having someone to like manage and do the collabs and stuff is so important on Twitch.
Yep.
Which why like Crimbo and like all of them, they've all done well because they've just been in that group to like just bounce off each other. I've always it's just been me and my beans. Oh, how you doing, Thunderbird? Welcome
Mr. Zach.
on in.
Mr. Zach, welcome. We actually just brought up earlier how my song for you is essentially the best numbers a song has done in fucking ages.
Yeah. It's always good to see.
Although,
every time...
I was about to say, coming back to that, there was your theory that it was because of the thumbnail.
I think the thumbnail is least... Like, a thumbnail could always be better, but like I think it's pretty solid compared to the other thumbnails.
See, that's a problem. Like I don't really give a shit about thumbnails. Like, it's album art. Like...
Yeah. But like as if it's uploaded as a video, the thumbnail matters. I don't know where you upload it as like just pure music. There's... You need to find someone who actually understands that crap. So like it's cataloged as just music as well. I don't know where you do that. And
well,
at
the
that
problem
point,
is neither do I.
I know some people that are in music. I know Nori should know about that stuff, but she still hasn't done that. But whatever. But like,
yeah, I would assume so. Although speaking of Nori,
yeah,
I should probably reveal a bit of a trade secret
there's
since Zach's in chat anyways. So, Zach, you have Nori to thank for your song coming out so well. Explicitly because
friend.
Yes, exactly. I straight up needed to ask her for help. Just because, again, I have no idea what I'm doing with EDM, and he wanted one anyways, so I had to sort of desperately ask, "Hey, listen, Nori,
Please help. I need assistance.
literally in that voice,
Yeah.
and it worked."
I mean, that's what friends are for, though. That's what friends are for. Like, it's fine. Yeah, like I only know one person off the top of my head who does music, but I don't know if I feel like there's a lot of people that are into music creation. They're in like the same realm that they just know how to make good music and they haven't figured the business side out at all. So you guys are all just making cool music.
That's...
Although he at least is smart and at least like, I'm gonna go make money off the furries off of VR chat, and he's making money off the furries.
Yep. I have heard that line of thought a lot of the time. Fucking, I have so many, like, I literally have one friend who used to do furry art just because it paid his bills.
Do some furry music, let's go.
Only if I get really,
just music.
really desperate. Like insanely
for
desperate.
music,
Because the thing is, the thing about furries, like, furries are anal retentive about art. Like, if you get one detail from the ref sheet wrong, they're going to send it back and ask for redos. I have no reason to assume that it will not be the same thing musically.
yeah, I don't know how it is. Actually, technically, he might be with Scaly. It's fine. They're all the same sort of vague over. They got money.
Yes.
I don't know if
well.
he's. I don't know if he's done like other business stuff. I just keep hearing about him doing like concerts in furry VR chat servers and being paid for that, which is kind of amazing. Amazing. I can't believe VR chat stuff actually pays, but you know, cool.
Yep.
So I guess it counts as live music.
I guess so.
No.
I mean, karaoke streams are essentially live music if you're not just screwing around.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's always good to see, like, I think a lot of like more artist-sized people don't figure out business stuff until they stumble into it,
Yep.
or are dragged into it.
More or less.
Artists just want to make art, which is fair.
Precisely.
I just want to make some tasty food.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like I said earlier, I just want to make music and have more than my fucking immediate IRL circle listen to it.
honestly, like for me, I kind of was sort of half going to early. I'm only concerned with growing so I can potentially get a work visa in Japan. Because I have to obviously be established enough for them, but like, I should hire you to do tourism. So like, yeah, that's the only reason I care.
Not a bad goal.
Money's like, yeah, the money's not as important, especially because Japan can be fairly affordable.
Right.
I want to be over there for the tea industry. And not be in Burgerland.
See, the fun thing is, like, the sort of music I do, I'd probably be better off going to Europe of all places, because my music is
Eurovision.
No. I'm not Lordy. We can't make it happen twice.
Oh, fair.
Yep.
I think would Netherlands fall under that? Because that's like my favorite country besides.
That is indeed in Europe.
Yeah, no, but like would that fall under for music taste wise? I think I would count.
More or less. Like, it's pretty much only America that metal doesn't get respected.
Fair enough. Yeah, Netherlands seems like a very nice place to live. Expensive though, but if I was not a creator, that would be like, I want to go here. I was like, my specific situation's like Japan. Japan is great if you don't work for a Japanese company.
Yep, I know that firsthand because my best friend moved to Japan a couple of years ago and got a job, and I have barely fucking heard from her since.
Gosh, I know a number of people in Japan. The ones, one of them turned very toxic, where I think he assimilated into Japanese culture, and he started blocking. He's just very toxic now. The other person, she's just very overworked and tired. But she's spending. She does VTubing somehow still while teaching.
Wow.
But I keep telling her, please, for the love of God, just do like videos on YouTube or something, because like Twitch, you have to stream so much. She's just like, there's no way you can keep up with that.
Sounds about right.
I wish I had that kind of energy.
I mean, again, I have an odd job this week and the next, and that exhausted me. Like, it's gonna be a miracle if I can,
I mean, at least for... You'll have enough energy to do the college. You do second part that's tomorrow, right?
Yes, I am, after an entire 9 to 5 shift. And I am not looking forward to that, but I've already scheduled it. Did not have a choice.
I mean, you'll just call Koki cute a few times and it'll be fine.
Excuse you, I like my liver where it is, thank you very much. I think sibling privilege only gets me so far with her.
Where are you? Are you counting siblings for her? Or
yes, her newest model. Her newest model was rigged by Calavera.
All right. Yeah.
She's literally my fucking sister now, which is incredible.
That's pretty dope.
Very.
Yeah. I need to reach out to her more, because like she seems like wants to do stuff, but like, you know how it is, like it's just
lady's goddamn
numbers
busy.
Are scary. No, the numbers are I've gone bigger. Numbers are still scary, Cliff.
Exactly. Like, to be real for a moment, that is something I've been sort of in my own head about lately. Like, again, 3 years and only 500 followers. That's sort of a slow pace.
You're still doing better than all those Twitch streamers with the face game Twitch streamers who do it for like 10 years and have like 100 followers.
Yep. Because again, like, that was something to put in perspective. Like, what was the set again? Like, this was back in 2021. Somebody said that if you have 3 viewers, I think it was like something ridiculous, like somewhere less than 10 viewers, somewhere in that ballpark. If you have that many viewers, you're already in the top like 10% of Twitch streamers at any given time.
Like, I know when I was on, I wasn't even doing like that crazy well on Twitch. I think I was like in the top 1%, and like that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just it puts in perspective of like how much like people are on and trying and bashing your head against it. And I think by default, VTubers are just putting a certain amount of effort in that. You're not hitting the stream button on your PlayStation controller and saying that's good enough. Yeah, it's fine. You'll work out. Just keep on doing your best.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Like, again, that's why I was pivoting most into karaoke, because, like, I fully admit to not exactly being a master fucking Zatsu streamer. Like, I can't talk for shit mostly. Just listen to me right now.
Yeah, like, it's all, actually, well, at least in my experience, like, chatting content does pretty well. It's more about formatting it in a context that's interesting. It's like, which is hard.
Really is.
Like,
really
you have
is.
to. That's the struggle, the eternal struggle.
Slow and steady and all
like
that
for,
shit.
for like on Twitch. Twitch is, I don't know what the current meta on Twitch is, but like, people have been doing wild and stuff, I swear.
I mean, we're well past that, fortunately, but
like, I just keep seeing all the dudes do ASMR, or actually, they're pretty funny ones though.
yeah, I've been seeing that around.
Like, your boyfriend gets beat up by a neighbor or something. I kind of actually want to make one of just like me spilling tea on myself and cursing.
Shit, that reminds me. I actually literally did a fucking joke ASMR like ages ago, but that was back when like Twitter prompts was the hot shit. I was gonna say that would have put me ahead of the game. Like a little while ago, like on Twitter, there were like people sharing ASMR scripts they wrote saying, "Hey, record this if you want."
Oh right, yeah, that was like a thing. There's a I think I recorded I don't know. I think I went to the ASMR subreddit. Oh yeah, I tried like 1 or 2 ASMRs ages ago, and the first script I used got like wasn't copyright strike. YouTube originally was like, "This is linking to a naughty website." Oh no, welcome to stream, Rexy. We'll have food today. We'll eat. No, we're not. We won't eat you today, Rexy.
At least I won't. I don't do the mukbang shit.
No, I'm actually. It's weird for someone saying like, "Oh, I want to go to Japan." I've never been to seafood.
Neither am I.
So, I mean, they have so much food. Japan has so much food. It's not just seafood. People don't realize.
Yeah, that reminds me of there was this one ignorant remark back when I was in the FGC. Like, there was this one dude who went to Japan, praised everything except the food. He claims all there is rice and fish. And it's like, I had to corroborate that with another friend, and she was like, "No, what the hell is he talking about? He didn't look too deep."
Japan is, like, gosh. Even if you were to just do, like, katsu, like, there's so much. There's, like, pork. Blanking on the word for pork, but like pork katsu, which I think is the normal one. I can't remember. But, like, there's so much food in Japan. It's not just not seafood. They also have seafood, and there's also a possibility I would like their seafood because that maybe would be fresh.
Right.
So I'll try that out. But like, I'm open to it. I just currently live in a desert. Okay, I used to live in LA, and there was actually probably good food there, but like, I just never went out. My family didn't have that kind of money.
That makes sense. That place is pretty damn expensive.
Although, the fun fact I like to bring up is, so, you know, Vegas is in the middle of a desert, but it's also probably one of the best places if you have a limited money. You can get some of the best sushi here. Because they like fly it. They fly slightly or whatever. Oh, I was probably worth the price. Like, it's probably comparable to like $40 or $50 sushi in Japan. Right. But like, it's apparently really good. But I will never buy it. No. You could probably fly to Japan for the cost of the food and eat the sushi there and fly back.
Sounds about right. That's the urban environments for you.
Yeah.
Supply and demand. Everything's fucking expensive because everybody's there.
Well, that's actually more just Vegas. Vegas is a place. It shouldn't exist.
Yeah, I was about to say, that reminds me of that old, there's an old quote I learned. Las Vegas is the perfect place to go if you want to ruin your life and do it fast.
Yeah, I am super happy with the apartment I ended up finding, because it's, Vegas. I ended up at a place that's like in fairly new construction, gigabit internet, which somehow I still haven't had to pay for my internet. That's a whole different thing. But so I've had free internet. That's a whole different thing. But my rent hasn't been going up. It's brand new. The problem is you can't do anything here while walking. But I've also been I'm happy enough just hiding in this hobbit hole until I manage to escape. Like, compared to if I was where I used to be in like Sacramento, I'm okay hiding here.
Yep. I'm not going to disclose where I'm from, but I will say I'd like to leave, but I don't know where at the moment. Besides, not an urban area.
Yeah.
Because there's a reason most of the big streamers live effectively in the middle of nowhere.
Because we can't. Because one thing about content creation is we're a lot of us are introverts, and we'd be super happy as long as we have internet and access to stuff being sent to us.
Exactly.
But what I want, like, I think actually a lot of YouTubers or other creators would be happiest. I want a piece somewhere in Japan where I want a space where I can do like beekeeping. So I'll like I do that for content as well. So I can like, oh, let's take care of the bees and make some meat out of it. Like I want to have like, it'd be a pretty rural probably, but and I also want to be the first year I move there, but yeah, it's cheaper to go to actual for yeah, it's crazy.
That's Disney.
Although it's for some people it's a hassle because a lot of Americans don't have passports, so there's that factor, but
So,
it's not that hard once you have one.
See, last I checked, I have one, but it's only for travel by boat. If I want to go on a cruise, I'm set.
Is that like a special? I mean, okay. The good thing though is if you have some sort of thing like that, it'll cost money, but it's probably faster and easier for you to get a new, real full passport. That's a weird like. I don't know how you got that, but you can still just like use that and get a renewed one that has proper full stuff. It'll be much easier than when I did mine from scratch. And you're like, okay, you got to give us your real ID. You got to give us this. You got to give all these paperwork. I was so stressed. I'm so stressed. Right. Although it is kind of expensive, though. I think it's like $200 or $300. I can't remember. It was so expensive.
Well, I can forget about it then. You're forgetting that I'm a broke bitch, Mister.
Yeah. Oh, not right now. But like, and this is like if you're in the process of like you've managed to get a job somewhere else, it would just be sort of a process thing. You won't have as much issues. Oh, so if you have proof of like moving, they're pretty fast processing it, so I wouldn't worry about too much. But like,
I'm not going to worry about it at all. This is all pie in the sky shit we're happening. Right here.
I wouldn't worry about it. If you get to the point where it's a possibility, you can deal with it then. That's a future problem.
Yeah, sounds like a plan. Assuming that's even a problem at all.
Oh gosh. It's at least it's not backed up now. There were like 6 months backed up for a while. It was crazy.
Yeah, back in COVID times, right?
Oh yeah, that's when I got mine. I thought I would have popped. Okay, I was like, oh, I'm a VTuber. I'll pop off super fast. I just really wanted to. So I got my all the stuff ready. I mean, they're ready and stuff. It's like I was like, I want to prepare because I want to move out this year. That's like every year for me. It's like I want to move this year. I think this year's only year it's like felt like I probably more likely.
Right.
Yeah, but all things a good time.
Yeah. To put it in terms I'm more familiar with, like you probably just got signed, whereas I'm still sort of bumming it in the garage, playing bars and shit.
Yeah, like I have numbers, but it's more like I feel like things are starting for real now, which is what you'll often hear like Twitch partners tell you. Like when they get Twitch, which is probably not too far off my comparable size. Like when they get partners, like okay, it feels like stuff finally. This is the real ground zero. Everything else is like learning how to do stuff.
So which is fine. Like I said at the beginning, I still barely have any idea what I'm doing streaming.
Yeah, that's just how it goes. You'll stumble around trying to do your best, but at least again with the music, if you can figure out how to get yourself accepted as like uploading like as an actual normal music thing, you have multiple paths you can go. You can also theoretically just have commission based stuff like you did music for someone who got really big, and then people just know that song. And
I mean, again, that's
have multiple paths.
That's the entire reason I do fan songs. That's and again, that's why it upset me so much that the last one essentially didn't get shared. Because again, that would have been if that one had popped off, that would have set me up like perfectly. Like like doing things for corpos is probably harder. It's like I told somebody else. Like those Face Connect girls got more fan work pre-debut, the week before they debuted, than a lot of us have gotten in our entire 3-year careers.
I actually,
so
I do get a crap ton of fan art, but yeah, like corpos get so much. It's crazy. Like I've always been above my weight class for that, but even them, like, I'll see that, like, oh yeah, they got like 50 pieces of artwork on like their first day. I was like, holy crap.
Exactly. So I guess it shouldn't surprise me that what I did got lost in the shuffle, even if it was something else. But
yeah, like, did you post it as like a video?
Yes. I did.
So, like, I
did
guess...
my usual thing. I posted it as a preview video.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess ideally you would probably want to do mostly for indies are more likely to see it. Like even big indies, and there also could be issues of if they did see it, their like managers might have not know how to do missions. Otherwise, it's a little harder to deal with. Like there's to hold that side of it. Whereas indies are like, ah, cool. This is cool. They just respond immediately.
I guess that makes sense, but
yeah.
See, the thing is, I was even ahead of that. I was like, hey, managers, you, if she wants to use this, let her use it. She has the rights. I waive the rights. And still nothing doing.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, ideally, you would mostly be doing like commissioned work, but fan work's always a way to get your ears out there. I don't know, your name out there.
Exactly. Then again, what was my most popular song?
I mean, there's
that's right.
Popular on YouTube is the Bessie's fight song.
Yeah, that of all songs. Still sort of random song. Like that was just a stupid, silly fucking project, and that popped off for no good reason.
I mean, silly stuff like that often does well. Like, it's never the stuff you try the hardest on. It's always stuff like, I'm just gonna do the silly thing.
Yeah, even better. Like, that's a funny thing. Like, my last two metal commissions, like, there was one that I put mounds of effort into. Like, it was a crazy symphonic folk metal song that took me literally 2 months to write. 22 views as of right now. And then, like, not too much longer after that, I got another com. Like this doom metal song that took me like a week to write. That's sitting on 146 views. Like, not that I didn't put effort into it, but it was less of a headache.
It's more of like it came more naturally to you.
Exactly.
You just kind of, which I guess that's more stuff along that. I guess for commissions it's hard. You have to do what the client wants.
Exactly.
But if you're just making fan stuff, you just do what comes naturally, and hopefully, that seems to pop out now. That's for you. You have to figure out what works for you. It's always hard.
Yep.
And this void of content creation.
Yep.
I mean,
that's probably why some of the that's probably why some people are pushing back against calling everything content, now that I think about it. I think that was a thing people were talking about.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't keep up with all this stuff. Do you have your stuff like on Spotify or?
The originals I have on Spotify, because that's the only thing I'm sort of on. Like, I don't really want, like... I feel sort of strange about anybody besides the people, like, listening to it is fine, but I'm just sort of on, like, having people buy the stuff. It's like, no, that's kind of weird, like...
No, I'm saying, so you don't want, you wouldn't put it like on iTunes or whatever. I don't know where people buy music these days, but like you can put it, I mean, on Spotify you can just stream it.
Right.
And that's probably fine. You could, at some point, you wouldn't get money off of the current size, but like, theoretically, you get your discoverability on there, which is good.
Suppose so.
Yeah. That's sort of... Maybe someone will adopt you that knows this stuff at some point. Because that ain't me.
Don't remind me. Fucking, still sort of upset that Spotify made me... I don't remember which service it was. One of them demanded my real name just for credit reasons. Or should I say not my real name, the name that, my assumed real name, my Earth name, we'll call it that.
Yeah. In one of your Earth name.
And it's like, I really wish you wouldn't, because that defeats the purpose of what I do.
I think there's ways. I don't know. I'm assuming you'd probably have to like have like a LOC or something. I don't know.
Which I do not. So
yeah, I don't know how to navigate that stuff. That's way beyond me.
Me either. So
yeah, I'm just a little guy. I honestly, I keep like I think even you like think back to like if you're not doing the same things you started with, that's probably good. And you definitely been trying different stuff.
Absolutely.
Like, but you know, the worst as I see is I still know people who are like from the group Star of Us who are doing the exact same thing. And like, there's one I feel that's worse because like it hasn't worked. At least keep trying stuff because like that. Whenever you hear people like, oh, there's luck in concretions, luck is almost always around being fast or being lucky on guessing what works. It's not like luck as like, oh, everything always works. They just randomly picks the thing that happens to do well.
Right.
That's where the luck and concentration is.
I suppose so. I just try to wonder, like, I don't think I've done anything along that line, but I'm also not entirely sure.
Yeah.
Like, again, I don't really chase what's hot. That's just not really my thing.
No, I think especially on YouTube, that's also been less necessary. I always felt like on Twitch, I had to like, especially when it's even more so when I stream games. When I stream games, it's always like, okay, what's the next thing? Oh gosh, and then there's like, be like, everyone's like, oh, I have to play Helldivers now, which would be the current thing. Hi, Daniel Doodle, welcome on in. We're celebrating Cliff's 3-year. We're both boomers. Cliff started basically around same time as I did.
3-year gang.
Yeah.
Anyways, like, I only really did that twice. Like, I played the hot new game a grand total of twice, but both times I had reasons besides clout chasing. Like, the first one was just a franchise I liked at the time, so of course I was going to play that. And then the second time was a visual novel that I played the demo of, and I was like, holy shit, this game is amazing, I can't wait for the full thing. So the full thing came out, and I'm like, great, now it's my time. Now it's my turn to annoy the shit out of my viewers, giving them another stream of the same goddamn game.
Yeah, well, I think for me, I always had like a hard time for game stuff. Like, I don't know, I just never felt like it was my thing. Although, you talking about visual novels does remind me with, have I told you how I may have mentioned it, how I got into anime?
You did not.
It was so the first thing before I watched any anime, so it would have been whenever it's blowing up. My brother walked over to me and was like, "Oh, you should play this game, Katawa Shoujo." This is when I never watched anime. I never watched anime. That was never first visual novel introduction. Older brother going, "Hey, you should play this." I was like in high school or whatever age I would have been. It's good though. Like Katawa Shoujo is like actually a good introduction, but like
yeah, I can vouch for that game. Totally haven't been doing a project reading it for the last 3 years, no sir.
Yeah.
2 years.
Yeah,
hint, hint.
I
can't send me a jar.
Gosh.
Yeah, that blew me away. The fact that everybody's playing that now, like.
Did it get like an
like
extra
Pippa,
content at some point?
Well, the closest I saw is that apparently it got an unofficial HD patch, like there was like this fan group who, like there was some fan group who wanted to make an HD version of it, and the original devs essentially came out of retirement to change the EULA, saying, yes, you can do that.
That's cool.
I still haven't
cool
used that patch quite yet.
My first introduction to anime was Course Party out.
Okay, so time for my first introduction. So, obviously when I was a little kid, I watched Pokemon, Digimon, all the fucking kitty animes. At least one episodes of them.
Oh yeah.
But of course I didn't.
Suckers.
But of course I didn't realize they were anime at the time. They were just cartoons to me.
Yeah.
However, then I turned like 12 or 13, and I went through my weeb basher phase. I hated anime. I did not like anime fans. I was like one of those fucking weeaboo sort of kids. And, so that was my phase I was through, which made things awkward when I had a girlfriend who was a Naruto recolor AMV sort of weeb. But no, my first introduction to anime as a medium in and of itself, you wanna know what it was? Motherfucking School Days.
Oh gosh!
And that's the tip of the iceberg. That's the tip of the iceberg for as far as how crazy it got. So the reason I watched it in the first place is because I was palling around with this dude who made videos with 3D models some dude made of the characters from School Days, like these weird parody videos. Pretty sure they've been deleted by now, but the videos, not the models. Although the models may be gone too, I don't know. But whatever the case. So, I was like, okay, what the hell is this? Why is this dude making these videos with these characters? So then I watched the anime, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Because here's the reason I was a weeb basher. I forgot to, I skipped a step. The reason I was a weeb basher is because I thought anime was nothing but Dragon Ball, Pokemon, One Piece, like 1,000-episode shonen that you had to literally, if you didn't watch it from the beginning, you were gonna get lost in the shuffle.
I thought the same thing.
And then, for as much as School Days fucked me up, it made me realize, oh wow, there's more to this medium than that. Like, there are shows that go for completely different themes, like, different themes, different lengths. And there are shows that are actually short enough that you can finish in an afternoon. Crazy.
Which is the majority of them. Majority is like 12 or 10 episodes.
Exactly. But again, I did not know those were a thing until I watched School Days.
Yeah. So you went for your school. I think we had like the same. I think that was very common. Like, I watched, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh. I thought of it as a cartoon. So let's be real, 4Kids dubs may as well be a separate entity, anyways.
Yep.
But I was never okay. I went for a period of time where I thought that cartoons were for kids. And I stopped watching cartoons. I did luckily at least watch The Last Airbender before that phase. So I liked The Last Airbender, but at a point, like, oh, cartoons are for kids, and I stopped watching those. And then when I got to like middle school or high school, I was like, I used to watch like long shows. I always would just not get into anime because I wasn't a basher. I just like, that's a lot of commitment to watch like 1,000 episode thing. Because I saw all my friends around me like, I'm watching. I had a lot of Asian friends. They're all like watching. It's like, I need a lot of time to set aside to watch this. Like, I was the sort of person who would just like watch like a whole sci-fi show that's like 5 seasons long. So I was used to that sort of thing. I was like, but I was just like, I thought every anime was 1,000 episodes, so I was like, I need to be ready for that. And then kind of Sojo pulled me down the rabbit hole of like, oh, there's actually other stuff short. But
right,
same sort of route, sort of. Although I think Corpse Party is a more cursed way to get into it.
Unquestionably. I saw
Naruto. Okay, so Naruto was I hated Naruto, but I thought there's a lot more stuff like Dragon Ball. It was good and long.
So
I just thought it was all long.
So the funny story about Naruto, besides the girlfriend. So the funny thing about Naruto is that I watched a few episodes of it, but for the sole reason that it came on before my favorite Western cartoon for a little while, Ed, Edd n Eddy.
And Eddie's, yeah, it's good.
That's the combo from hell, thinking back on it, but it's like, what network executive, what strain of crack were they smoking to think, hey, you know what would go great after Naruto? Fucking Ed, Edd n Eddy. Like,
Oh,
what?
that is quite the combo. Oh, jeez. It was a different time.
Very different.
Wait, is all on the internet archive? Has it been long enough for that now?
Probably, but the other thing
Wild.
is, like, it was never supported. Like, only one season ever came out on DVD, so just people are just spreading it around however they can. Like,
It's
my first time
wild. Some
watching
of
the
those
movie.
shows-
Like, my first time watching the finale movie, I never even watched it on TV. Like, my first time watching it was on YouTube, back when it was easier to upload copyrighted shit onto it.
Yeah, like, it's crazy. It's like, this is crazy. I just think about some of those shows, they're like, they put a lot of, especially in an era, there was a lot of love in the team on it, and then there just be from the network executives like, okay, you broadcasted it, we don't care anymore.
Yep.
What? It was uploaded by the creators. Yeah, that's totally
no
like the creators.
shit.
Like, yeah, that's actually really that's
That is
really
fucking
cool.
base. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Well, but,
That's so cool.
well, I know how I'm spending my afternoon now.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Or,
I don't know how many of I watched Eddie, but like it's one of those things. I was a kid. I have random dispersed episodes in my mind. I never like watched completion or anything, but I've seen a decent bit of it. It's one of those things. I didn't even know there was a movie. Did I know there was a movie? I have no idea.
it was called, well, it was a TV movie, technically.
Yeah, it was like double length, I'm assuming, right?
No, I think it was like feature length.
Really? Holy crap.
And it was actually a pretty damn satisfying ending, too.
After Teen Titans was good too. There was a lot. There has been a handful of good cartoons like in the recent like decade or so, but there was a lot of them during our time growing up. It's just been moved over to like really bad Hollywood stuff these days. I don't know, like.
And even,
What?
like, even our era, there are some that did not age too well.
Well, not even not age. Well, there's not age too well. It's more like there's just less ones that are try to be more of like a general audience these days. They're more like they either go full like kids only, which there's always gonna be kids programming. There's just prints money, or there'll be the occasional where they try hard being adult humor.
Yep.
There's less of that middle ground, which I guess fair, but I want my middle ground, which is what the Last Airbender was. Give me more of that.
Then again, the middle ground seems to be dead in just about every industry nowadays.
I
One or the
don't-
other.
Well, I want to say anime does it. Japan does it pretty well, but like outside of like the anime industry, which does include the other countries starting to do stuff, like Korea starting to make stuff, China starting to do stuff. But outside of like that industry, yeah, it's basically dead. You either go all the way or just it's for the bobbies. There time when my dad wouldn't allow me to watch. Wait, what was wrong, Cart? How
So
sheltered
funny.
were you, Noodle?
I have no idea, but the thing is, like, I remember my dad only banned me from watching a couple of cartoons. There were only 2 cartoons I was ever outright banned from watching. One of them is a funny story. One of them was Courage the Cowardly Dog. I was banned from watching that, but not for the reason you think. Not for the reason you think.
Oh?
Like, it was a scary, fucked up show, but that wasn't why I was banned from watching it. My dad had a pathological fucking hatred of the word stupid. He did not like to hear the word stupid come out of anyone's mouth. So when he found out that the catchphrase of the show was, "Stupid dog, it made me look bad," that was it. I was never allowed to watch it again in his vicinity.
I mean, fair, I guess. But like, that was such a wild show. It sounds like you still sort of watched it sometimes, just not around him. But
No, I think, well, the thing is, I was obsessed with being a good boy, like being on my best behavior, so I probably didn't watch it anymore at the time.
it was a wild show. I watched some of it, but like, gosh, there was a lot of shows. I can only think of like 2 or 3 recent, truly good Western cartoons.
Okay, if they thought it was all Adult Swim, I guess it would make sense. That's another funny story.
Yeah, but like Adult Swim makes me think about someone who's already on like a drug-induced trip that just doubles down.
So the funny thing about Adult Swim, I get the feeling that if that was my parents' first exposure to Cartoon Network, they probably would have had the same opinion, because, funny thing. So I live on the East Coast. One time we took a vacation on the West Coast. And apparently, to accommodate us for the jet lag or whatever, like, it played cartoon, like, they basically set the TV 3 hours ahead of what we were watching. So,
probably just
let me finish.
Go.
So, we wanted to watch Cartoon Network, but it was Adult Swim. Specifically, Robot Chicken. So imagine forcing your parents to watch a fucking Robot Chicken. They were thoroughly disgusted by the end of it, and they were like, change the fucking channel, I don't want to watch this anymore. Like, fortunately, they were smart enough to know that that was the adult programming block, and they realized, oh yeah, time zone fuckery, they're playing Adult Swim 3 hours early to accommodate us or something. So yeah, again, I can see where your parents were coming from if that was all they thought Cartoon Network was.
Yeah. My only memory of Adult Swim, because I didn't really watch that much, was a few sleepovers, and then it would just like, oh, we'll stay up, and it would switch to Adult Swim, and they're like, oh yes, let's be naughty and watch it, and like, what is this? It's just so weird.
Actually, I have the same story. Literally same story. Like, I would sleep over with my cousin, who's been on stream before. If you guys remember Prince Neil.
Yeah.
We'd go over to his place all the time. We'd have sleepovers at his place, and oftentimes we would watch Adult Swim.
It's weird. Depending on what age you were, it's probably... Like, if I was... At the time I saw, I was like probably too young for it. We weren't entertained. We're just like, this is really weird.
Yeah, so... Like, some of the shows were like that, other shows were like, holy shit, this is the greatest thing ever. Metalocalypse. That's how I watched Metalocalypse, and it's like, damn, I need to watch that more.
Didn't they also... Was it... There's some late-night show, maybe it was also Adult Swim, they did, like, spicy freaking anime. Like, I think it was ecchi anime as well. I can't remember which channel that was. I don't know if it was Adult Swim, but it's definitely like... I just remember being over somewhere. It was like some big booby anime. I know it was just ecchi. Like looking back, I know it was. I don't remember what show it was. But it was like there was like I was so confused because I hadn't like gone to watching anime at all. I was like, what is this? Why are boobs so big? That's anime for you.
Right. Also reminds me of so this is basically the best opening I'm ever going to get for a possibly TMI fun fact. Since you brought up ecchi anime. So, time to get real personal. I lost my virginity with an anime playing in the background.
As long as it's not... Oh gosh, what's that song the meme song? There's worse songs. There's worse songs you can do.
Well, again, it wasn't music, it was an anime playing in the background. And even better, I actually remember which one it was. Sekirei. Yeah, hard to forget the anime that got you laid, you know?
Oh gosh, imagine if it was just like Naruto, or no, Dragon Ball during like one of the charge-up episodes where just charging the powers up and yelling.
Knowing that girl, she probably would have been down for that. Not even joking. She fucking loves Dragon Ball.
They're just screaming in the background like, ah!
Yeah, I mean, if we got really noisy, that would have been the perfect way to cover it up.
Fair. It's just a TV. I got laid. Believe it.
Yeah.
Freaking Naruto. That Naruto dub, how like cringy it was like, I was never able to get over that. But that dubs of that era were like not the best. They've gone better. I've actually been really surprised hearing dubs recently. It's like, oh, that's actually pretty decent. But I don't know. I still don't usually watch dubbed anime.
I don't really watch anime, period. As a matter of fact, I only recently got back in anime because of Frieren.
I was gonna say Frieren, so good.
Because again, like, people were telling me like, hey, hey, you love elves, you should watch Frieren, and I'm like,
no, Frieren is like everyone's just watching. It's like oh, like this is gonna be one of those shows. This is gonna be like, and this is the reason why it's top of Mal right now. It's gonna be the next, like it'll be the top anime for a while. Like it's just.
well,
like
again,
Full
sure.
Metal Alchemist had that for like had that number one slot for like a long time, and so many animes have like tried to do that, but like finally a good source material and a studio that like is putting good effort into it as well, which is good because we've had good fair share of stories ruined by lazy studios or lack of budget.
I bet.
Yeah. I need to start getting to manga. I'm assuming you are reading more if you're
Yeah,
not watching
no,
anime.
that's how I was mainly consuming Frieren. I was reading the manga. I can't, I was gonna get into this earlier, like, I've never had the easiest time fucking, sitting down watching TV shows. Like, my problem is, like, I tend to get distracted away from them. Like, I'll watch a chunk of it, pause it, go away, do something else, then either unpause it fucking 2 hours later or else never get back to it.
Yeah, I have that sometimes. Okay, the only time I'll be watching anime, and sometimes if it's like if I get the secondhand embarrassment, I'll get forced to pause it because like I just can't handle it. But sometimes I also get distracted. But if it's like a good show, I have no issue like watching it all the way through. But I am guilty of like getting just like, oh, I can't watch this right now. Pause to go onto my phone.
Right. I'm trying to remember. Like, recently-ish, there was like one good-ass show that I was willing to binge, but I can't remember what it was. This is gonna drive me nuts now.
I mean, there's been a lot of shows lately. It could be anything. I'm actually happy with how stuff been going though. Like, although I should watch. Like, I should read manga. Like, I know I have a good tablet I can read it on. It'd be a super good experience.
Right.
Was very into anime. Maybe watch One Punch Man. At least the first season was good, and then otherwise read the manga.
Right. One Punch Man was good. I did see that. That was a good one.
At least the first season, and then the manga probably. Second season had. Yeah.
I do recall people sort of dunking on season 2, but I don't know why.
It was still fun, but like the animation quality went way down, and then like the arc wasn't. I don't know if it's the studio decision. This wasn't as good. It just was not nearly as good. Like it went from like a 10, maybe not a 10 out of 10 show, but let's just use that as like whatever. So like it went from like 10 to 10 to like 8 out of 10 or something.
So, sort of
it was still
like,
good. It was just,
I was about to say, sort of like Godfather 3 syndrome. Like, of course it's gonna look lame next to 2 fucking masterpieces. That sort of idea.
It went from season 1 was like just as like beautiful as you would want from the manga, the redraw one, and then season 2 was like had glaring issues and budget issues.
Yeah, I was about to say that was maybe more faithful to the original webcomic of anything.
Yeah, probably, but like there's also just bad animation issues. Someday I'll maybe read it. Like I just need to get into reading these manga because like I'm always I know because I read stuff in the past where it helped me fall asleep more because scrolling on TikTok is bad.
Very.
Or even Twitter. I don't.
Pretty sure I'll acquire on that one.
I feel like I would rather scroll TikTok because I don't feel as personal to any of the things on there. But on Twitter, I end up like, oh no, I'm angry about this new issue or something. Like at least TikTok doesn't make me angry usually. At least my feed, it just makes me waste a lot of time and not fall asleep.
So the thing is, like, the problem is I've had a lot of like direct connections or like connections of direct connections who've been going through some shit lately, and it's like that tends to irritate me a bit if I see it happen, but, like,
Yeah.
if it's something completely irrelevant to me, I can just, like, wash off. Like, yeah, sure, whatever. Fucking Twitter is crazy.
I generally don't get too involved, but there's, like, every so often there's something I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah.
It's always the same people. But that's how things is. There's always stuff on Twitter. So.
Just can't help being an ignorant punk sometimes.
Yeah. I just want to be on a like this. I want to reenact Stardew Valley, but IRL, for a Harvest Moon, whatever.
I remember I joked about wanting to do that when that was my main brain rot. I gotta play that game again.
Like,
the patch is almost out, right?
I don't know. I enjoy those sorts of games, but then I get bored of them after a certain amount of play. Like, I don't get as much replayability as some people do. Like, I need like progression to like enjoy something.
Right. Although to be fair, it did have that.
Yeah, I did I got a lot of hours out of Stardew. Like, I really enjoyed it. But like Harvest Moon as well, the ones I played. Although Harvest Moon gets worse about it, but whatever. But that's why I have issues like Minecraft. Like, for Minecraft, I can play it for like a couple, 3 or 4 days every so often, and I'm like, okay, I won.
And then there's me. I never got to finish my goddamn Blackstone Castle because the main server I played in got closed down.
Was it the Neko Chord or one of those?
That one, yes.
Yeah. It's what it is. I've gone into at one point was starting to do Minecraft stuff, and then I just can't keep up with it. Like I'm okay. That's why I like doing like cooking stuff. Is like it's a new thing every week.
Right, and that's
my tea stuff is not. Well, I generally get different teas. My tea stuff is just a way to talk to people. But the cooking's like, oh, I'm making calzones. I'm making orange chicken. It's just different stuff. It keeps it fresh.
See, and that's sort of why I pivoted towards karaoke for a little while. Like, that was my mainstream content for a little bit, and honestly, if I have it my way, it still will be going into this, because, like, it's showing off a skill, and it's something I don't really need to talk about. I can cover my weaknesses that way a bit better.
Exactly.
There's nothing in the fact that people seem to just like listening to people sing.
Yeah.
Whether for soul reasons or else people actually being good at it.
I feel bad because I know a lot of people who are sing. I actually get bored watching karaoke. But I do know I'm a minority in that. I am definitely a minority. I know it's very popular, but like I'm just like woo, for like 5 minutes. I'm like, ugh. Because I don't know. Because I think it's just because I don't listen to music standalone. So like this is not my thing. I know I'm the outlier though. So it's like. It's definitely popular. I definitely suggest doing it. Again, you can also do that if you get over your fear of doing it as a vertical stream. The reason it works for that is it's only gonna. You don't really need all this extra space for karaoke or anything, like. So it's fine, and YouTube pushes it really hard. But yeah, like you saw how different Nori like. It's not like technically the best for vertical, but like I think you'd probably do okay. It's definitely a fun thing you can do eventually.
So the thing is, I'm reluctant because I really don't want to deal with, for want of a more polite way to put it, idiot normies.
Yeah, you would get a lot of people, but like that's someone.
Because the thing is, like, the first short I ever uploaded got, like, mad ratio, and it was getting hella dislikes.
Yeah.
Because somebody had to remind me. Like, there are people out there who just do not want to see anime at all. They're going to dislike it just out of principle. They're like, get the shit off of my feed, and they think disliking is the only way to do it.
To be fair, it doesn't... Disliking only really affects their feed and feeds the people like them, so it's fine. It would eventually teach YouTube that your content they don't like. It doesn't say that you're bad content necessarily, but like it would be like, okay, I'll stop testing your content on that group of people, and eventually it works out. But like early on, it can be pushing out to like put it's gonna push out to like the general audience, and they're like, "What is this anime, boyo? I don't like anime. I want my Ford F-150 that never goes off road."
See, and that's the other thing. Like, it's also a question of like demographic importance, because like you were around when Tanya's early career. You were there for that.
Yes.
And you saw all the fucking Minecraft kiddies she had to deal with.
Yeah, there's a lot of kids. I mean, I still have I've okay. From switching Twitch to YouTube, I definitely have a younger audience, but at the same time, I think the amount of old people I have is the same I had on Twitch. But now the old people can sit there and lurk, while the kids do like the manual labor of interacting to stream and chatting. So they are in the minds of oiling up the machine. Because, you know, the kids yearn for the mines.
See.
But you know, like that's how I see it. As long as they're not like drawing slurs or whatever, I'm like whatever. Whatever. If the kids are being too bad, you can you know bonk them. But it's just they're just there watching. It's fine. It's not like you're doing lewd content, so it's fine.
Do not get me started on that.
It's fine. That's why I have gloves. No ungloved hand holding here. It's fine.
Sick of that joke. Anyways, my other guest wants to come on, so
that's fine. I was wondering if they were ready. Okay. So we're gonna hop on out, and they should probably tag their stuff as well.
Right. Let me shout you out first. Not on your Twitch. I need your YouTube link. Damn it, where am I gonna find that easily? Just fucking DM it to me.
Yeah, 1 second.
You're faster at clicking around than I am.
Yes.
Thank you for the nice long conversation.
Yeah, no problem. I will see you, I guess, on Saturday. I think you're signed up for that as well. But that'll just be a short little thing. I think you did, at least. Can't remember. Anyways, enjoy the rest of your talk. And tomorrow should be popping as well. Hopefully, there's lots of fun people tomorrow as well. I'll try to watch some of that if I can.
I'd appreciate it.
Have a great rest of your day, Cliff. I'll
plan to. Same to you.
Swap on in.
Yep. Thank you for coming on. But before I bring my next guest on, I actually have to get up anyway. So I'm actually calling a brief intermission.
Go to the bathrooms and chug some Everclear or something. I don't know. Whatever you do.
That's what I was trying to say without saying it.
Oh no.
As tactless as ever, Mr. Shima. But whatever the case, I'm going on break real briefly. I'll be seeing you all momentarily. Thank you again, Di, for coming on. Say bye-bye to the chat.
See you later, chat. I'll see you guys around.
Yep.
Go take a short break, and we'll be back soon.
Yep. See you all momentarily with my next guest. Later. Alright, welcome back. Thank you for bearing with me needing a break. And look at this. I have a new guest with me. Look at her. She's all small and cute. So yes, would you like to introduce yourself for those of you who may not know you quite yet?
Yes. Hi. I'm Himekame. Happy anniversary. I almost said happy birthday. Happy anniversary, Cliff. Thank you.
Yeah, you missed that boat by about 4 months, but I still appreciate it.
I wasn't alive yet.
Yeah. Still, I still appreciate the thought. But yes.
Happy birth anniversary.
Birth of a fucking new era, we'll call it that.
Yeah, birth of your channel.
Rebirth.
Rebirth, yeah. Birth of Viking man. That's not a Viking. What is? I don't know English.
I'll take Viking over dwarf. I'm so shocked nobody calls me. I'm so shocked people don't usually call me a dwarf. Like bearded, axe, kind of short, strange.
Wait, so you want people to call you a dwarf, or you
No.
don't?
I mean, I guess I don't care since it's been long enough. People know I'm just a puny human, but
A short king, as we call it.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Oh. Sorry, I'm trying not to cough. When I laugh, I cough.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I get nerfed when things are funny.
Guess that explains why I haven't seen you do many comedy games.
I have a hard time with horror for that reason, actually. Because I tend to laugh when I get nervous.
Ah. Fear response, interesting.
Yeah!
Although that's funny, that actually means you handle it better than I do, because when I play horror games, I whimper like a little bitch. Like literally just, oh no, no, please no. Like that sort of thing. Not exactly, you think I'm all manly and masculine, and I usually am, but you make me play a horror game, that goes out the window immediately.
I have to up my manliness when I play horror games. I don't handle jump scares very well, so I'm like, I joke around and I like try to be as quiet as possible when I know a jump scare's coming. Like I brace myself.
Right.
So horror games don't make for very good content.
It depends on perspective. A lot of people love watching people get scared shitless.
Yeah, but I don't react that much. I'm like, all right, chat. All right. Like I put on my man voice. I'm like, all right, chat. There's a jump scare coming. That's it. I just sound constipated.
Yeah, for better or worse, that's not how I sound. Like, if I legitimately get scared, I start sounding like this. Oh dear.
That's better than sounding constipated.
Is it though?
Say so.
Whatever you say. But
3 years, huh?
Yep, 3 years.
That's insane.
Yep, 3 years, and I'm speaking to somebody who's only been around for 3 months.
Technically.
Yes.
Technically, like a little over a year.
Yes, indeed. I was about to say you reminded me of somebody else, but
Oh, pink thing. I mean, other people can say it. I just can't say it. I mean, I don't even know if I won't get sued. What are they gonna sue me with?
Right. But yes, you did remind me of a pink woman that I do somewhat miss, but I don't know. Something tells me she's doing just fine nowadays.
I'm sure she's around here somewhere.
Yeah, she'll be fine. She's good.
I think she just she plays 3DS DS games now that she couldn't before.
Right.
She's free.
Yep. But I will say, I did, I liked her. I do miss her, but I will say I'm glad to be rid of the cognitive dissonance of, supporting somebody, whose bosses sort of go against my values.
Yeah.
To put it politely.
Like, one thing, so there are definitely benefits to being both corpo and indie. And so, like, for example, you don't have to worry about, like, people not wanting to support your bosses or your company, and so therefore they won't be able to support you.
Right. Although again, the thing is I'm just naturally sort of a punk, so I'm hoping my mindset's the minority. And even then, I make plenty of exceptions to that rule, so...
I mean, with some VTuber company boycotts we've been seeing, I don't know how alone you are.
I mean, I guess that's fair, but then again, if we're thinking of the same situation, that's on another level entirely, so...
Yeah. I mean, it even happened, we had huge controversy around debut.
Right.
And
that's why I felt bad for... That's why I felt bad for her, like, all that shit hit the fan right as she was getting started, and it was like...
Oh, I meant she, yeah.
Yeah,
She lost a lot of viewers, like, right off the bat.
And I will admit, I did prefer to lurk. I just preferred to quietly support, but I still wanted to pop in every now and again just to say, hey, listen. It was, like, what I would say to her, without saying it to her, obviously, because sort of a dick move to say that out loud, is, listen, I like you. I want to support you. It's just your bosses I don't like, so I'm going to keep watching you.
I think a lot of her viewers, and even like her mods and stuff, all felt the same way. I think that was kind of the general collective thought.
I can't say that would surprise me too much, which is funny because in hindsight, those guys weren't even really that bad. Like, we've seen how low some people can stoop recently.
Honestly, out of like any bad like agency she could have been in, she definitely got, like, she just got a neglectful one.
Yes.
Which is way better than some of the others we've seen lately.
Unquestionably. So yeah, she did dodge a bullet.
Yes. And you know, being indie, I'm sure it's very fun. I mean, I'm having fun. I hope she's having fun too.
Right.
Oh my gosh, I can't keep up, like, kayfabe. I don't know.
I mean, again, this is for your benefit. I don't want anybody coming after you.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
But anyways, enough about that lady. Back to you. So that's why I was so happy to find you. You reminded me so much of that lady, and it was like,
Yay!
wow. It's almost like still having her around. Jesus Christ.
And our names are so similar too. That's crazy.
Stunning coincidences here. Like,
yeah.
it's like a joke on The Simpsons about the aliens speaking English, and they're actually speaking their own native alien language. But it doesn't matter. The results are what matters.
Yeah. I tried to make myself as easy to find as possible.
Right, because
that's the life hack.
Exactly. That's sort of the situation you gotta do. That's the new meta here. To put it in a silly way.
Yeah.
But
Honestly, it's kind of looking like the end of the big agency scene, you know?
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Which is funny, because I just got through a conversation with a friend the other day who does not think that way.
Ah. Because, like, definitely the large ones are gonna stick around.
Yeah.
But these, like, new startup ones, like, there really isn't much benefit anymore.
Like, it's like I made jokes, like, some of me and my friends have been like, hey, man, we might as well start our own corporation. We're not idiots or assholes. We'd probably worked out just fine.
Yeah.
And the other thing is,
Agreed,
one of those
Lethal.
friends is sitting on some capital, so if we got serious about it, maybe? Not that we're going to, but...
I mean, if you do, I would trust, like, a VTuber or, like, VTuber moderators to
Right.
run an agency more than, like, I mean, like, a sane VTuber.
Right.
But, like, but I would trust that more than some random guy.
Yeah, some, like, crazy, rich boy from Asia who was like, hey, this seems like a fun thing to do.
Get on my boat!
I mean, even then, there have been worse cases than that.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Like, yeah, so many people just don't know about VTubers, but like your friends and stuff, you guys know about VTubers.
Exactly. Just because I haven't made shit work doesn't mean I can't make it work for somebody else. Doesn't mean I don't have connections.
Yeah. Honestly, I hate this. I wish it wasn't this way, but there is like a huge like male VTuber debuff.
So I've heard. Because again, like, see, my friends and I have agreed that my problem is I'm not Fujo main enough. Like, that's pretty much the only way to put it. Like, I don't really have that much appeal to Fujoshi. Like, looks-wise, sure,
know
but
what?
voice-wise, hobby-wise, hell no.
You do have a voice that could fit very well in with what like the ladies want. I don't know if they'd be down the Fujo bait route, but you do have that kind of like, how do I put it? Because I don't want to sound weird. Like,
Sound as
not
weird as I
necessarily-
like.
like the, I don't want to phrase it like that because that sounds actually really negative. I was gonna say like the male demon VTuber, but not necessarily that. You just have like, you know, the kind of like male ASMR voice.
Yeah, because again, I have, my voice is polarizing. Like, previously in my life, people have told me that either my voice is amazing or else my voice is weird.
I don't think it's weird. You just have a deep voice, and I think that could work pretty well in the like what women want for VTubers. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't usually watch VTubers. I don't watch streams in general because I don't have that attention span. I watch Markiplier.
Well, again, it's probably a good thing. I can think of worse things to, it's probably for the better if people only watch, for want of a less silly way to put it, flesh tubers. Because again, they were the hot thing, and they still are in a lot of ways. Like, there are probably still many people out there who would rather watch a face cam streamer than one of us anime dinguses. So
Yeah,
it's probably...
I mean, I'd watch a VTuber in like, what's it called? Video format. I just can't watch streams.
That makes sense. But yeah, that's sort of what I was thinking of. Like, I'm happy with my voice now that I can actually sing.
Oh yeah.
Like, the big benefit of my voice is that I essentially already have the singing voice I wanted. Like, I got it almost right away.
Mm-hmm.
Especially thanks to my singing teacher. Like, pretty much all I had to do was, like, learn proper breath control, learn to not fuck up my throat after 30 seconds, and then I was basically off to the races, because I had my music background, so I knew what notes to hit. Like, that was easy. That was easy right there. Relatively speaking, but...
See, to me, it's easy. Like, I can hear the notes, but then I never know if I'm hitting the right one.
Right, because, like, there was a really old video that's been deleted, because, apparently... Which is a shame, because I thought it was actually good advice, but, there was a dude, an unprofessional singer, like, self-taught singer, who, sung a lot of, like, meme songs, cartoon songs, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And, the main thing he wanted to drill in was that if you call yourself tone-deaf, that is probably not the case. You're probably not tone-deaf, you probably just suck at singing in pitch. Which is a very fixable thing.
Yay, there's hope!
Yes, because that's the thing. Actual, factual tone deafness is hella rare.
Oh, thank God. I do want to work on the Yakuza song we talked about. I just need to actually get like a little I have someone who I need to give me like a 30-minute singing lesson just so that I can sing without like damaging my voice.
Exactly. Which
apparently
is probably...
I've been doing it wrong.
I mean, hell, that's something I could probably do, but, So, I guess I'm disclosing that now, might as well. So, yes, May and I are going to do a cover together at some point. A Yakuza song. I was gonna reveal that later, but I might as well now.
I mean, like, we talked about it, like, back in, what, November?
Yep.
Like, before I debuted, and I was like, okay, I just need to, like, learn the song and do some singing. I was like, and then I just... Every time I have the opportunity, because it's one of my friends, every time I have the opportunity to get a singing lesson from him, I'm not in the mood to sing.
Ain't that just the way?
Yeah. I'm like, I don't wanna. Let's play League.
Tisk. League of all things.
I play the funny little dragon.
The only reason I ever wanted to touch League is because of Mordekaiser, and learning that he was low tier was basically, nah, I'm good.
Oh my gosh. Honestly, I feel like it's because he gets banned so much.
Banned? That's funny.
Yeah,
when I was trying to get into League, he had the opposite problem. He was one of the worst characters in the game.
If he gets a lot of early kills, he goes absolutely crazy. I was just in a match with with a Mordekaiser on our team, and every time we like play against a Mordekaiser, it's horrible and awful and terrifying.
Yeah. But you see, that's, might as well bring up, that's actually a lot of the reason I don't play MOBAs or MOBA-type games. Like, besides, it's way too much chance of running into jerkwads on your team. Besides that, there's also the fact that a lot of those games are designed to be completely miserable to anybody who's not winning.
Mm-hmm. Wait,
like, I used to be... Sorry?
What's a MOBA? I always thought that just was like...
Multiplayer online battle arena. It's the sort of game League is. League, Dota, Heroes of New Earth, all those sorts of games. Overwatch counts too, except it's a first-person shooter as well.
I see.
So yes, those games like actually had a term for them.
Oh, I don't play Overwatch. I don't even like League. I just play it.
You and literally everybody else is still playing that game. But yeah, again, that's why I don't like MOBAs. It's too easy to get miserable, because...
Yeah.
Like, that's why I was into fighting games for a long time. Like, they have a reputation for being hard to learn, but at the same time, first of all, they're a lot more satisfying. Second of all, you don't have to worry about a couple of other dickheads completely ruining your match. You only have to worry about the opponent being a jerk, and the entire point of a fighting game is to shut them up, so...
One thing that, like, kind of makes me go, okay, so I am glad for, like, MMR, which is, like, matchmake ranking or something, because you start out being absolutely horrendous at the game. To get into it, you need, like, someone who already knows what they're talking about, so you need to, like, play with a buddy who's already good at the game, and like they have to play with a buddy who's already good at the game. It's like a weird, like it feels like a pyramid scheme.
Right. It's just what I was about to say, but that's actually a sensible way to do it. I did largely the same thing with another game. Like there was this game I liked called Paladins. So
Sounds familiar. I think my brother might have played that game.
it's basically medieval fantasy Overwatch made by the dudes who made Smite.
I think that's one of the games he did play.
Right. Because it was actually fun while I was into it, but again, I had to have my cousin sort of carry me for a bit.
Yeah, you have to be carried for like your first few levels.
Yeah. Even better. My main was one of the medics. I was literally an e-girl fucking medic. Just because I couldn't do anything else.
Oh my gosh, in any kind of like team games, I always get stuck playing like a support role at first, but I don't like doing support.
Right.
But I usually get stuck in it because I'm a girl, and so my friends were just like, okay, May, you're gonna be our AD carry in League.
Brilliant. Yeah, that's a funny thing. Like, me coming from a fighting background, you would expect me to want to fuck shit up and kill things, which I do, but at the same time, I'm not the best aimer in the world, so...
Yeah, I mean, like, League, it doesn't really feel like a fighting... Like, it's totally different from, like, fighting games and stuff.
Like, I know that. It was more real-time strategy, that was its basis. But I don't play many of those either, so it's like, I get overwhelmed a little too easily.
Same. I'm a turn-based kind of girl.
Right. Which is funny because... See, it's funny. I actually used to hate turn-based combat, but then I got into fighters and I was like, man, I'm so sick of having to think on my feet all the time. I want time to lay back and think of what I'm actually gonna do.
My brain's too small to, like, properly... Like, in team fights during League, I'm really bad because there's so much stuff going on screen. Or, like, even in Yakuza, when there's a lot of enemies, I'm so bad.
Right.
Because I don't have, like, just a moment to think out, okay, I'm gonna do this, and then it's gonna probably lead to this, I just have to hit and button mash.
Right. So it reminds me of when I played Bayonetta for the first time and I couldn't get past the, like, second mission.
Oh my gosh, I haven't even tried Bayonetta because I know I'd have the same issue. What kind of gameplay is Bayonetta? Is it beat 'em up?
Yeah, more or less beat 'em up. It's a Devil May Cry sort of game.
Oh boy.
And I mean Devil May Cry as in it's very skill-based.
As in you will cry when you play it.
More or less. Although again, there's always God of War if we need something simpler. The older ones.
True. I'm glad that a lot of games, especially like games like kind of like Yakuza, have a somewhat story-based difficulty.
Right.
So
there's more of a curve.
Yeah, so that even a bad gamer like me can learn what's happening in the story. Because I'm in Yakuza for the story.
Right.
And Bayonetta, I would play for the story.
Right.
If I were to play it. And then there's Souls-likes that don't have any difficulty.
Yeah. See, Souls-likes occupy a bit of a middle ground. Like, my thing is, I don't do well with in-between speeds of combat. Like, I'd rather it be fast or frenetic, or else turn-based, so I can take my time and think. Like, a sort of dodge roll, hella cooldown sort of thing just does not compute with me. Which is also a lot of the reason I don't like MMOs, because they're all about cooldowns. Gotta keep eye on the meters, and I'm like, no, I just want to ruin things. I want to destroy things.
Exactly. What I hate about the MMOs is, like, them being so pay to win nowadays.
Exactly. With one exception that I've been trying to get into, but I cannot for the life of me bring myself to, and this time I don't even have the excuse of it not running on my computer, because now I can, but... You know, the one with the fucking free trial with the free expansion. Play it, yada yada yada. Unlimited free. Final Fantasy XIV.
Oh my gosh, Final Fantasy 14.
Literally all of my other connections want me to play it or at least try it. And I want to at this point, but the thing is, I got too much shit going on. I had to get ready for this, I have my odd job, I have music I need to do, I have fucking, things I need to do that I will not reveal until tomorrow.
Ooh, secrets.
Well, not too secret if you've been paying attention to my Twitter. Might have something to do with a certain, 3D VTuber program that people may have seen me, messing around with.
Semi-secrets, ooh.
Yes, semi-secrets.
You know a good MMO? You know the best MMO in the world? Freaking Wizard 101.
That's not where I was going. I thought you were gonna say Club Penguin. I wasn't that far off. I was like, it's gonna be some kitty MMO.
You see, I never got to, I didn't have any, like, subscriptions to games. I think I had a Club Penguin membership. But, when I was a kid, like, Wizard 101 is, like, entirely subscription at this point. Like, everything past one of the beginning areas, if you want to go to any of, like, the cool places, it's $10 a month. I don't play anymore, but I keep forgetting to undo my subscription.
Reminds me of, I think there's one subscription I forgot. Oh, that's right, Nintendo Online. I was still paying for that, and when I was about to cancel it, one of my fucking housemates convinced me to get the premium package with the N64 games and shit. I hope they're still using that, because otherwise that would irritate me more than a little bit.
Oh my gosh, I probably still have Nintendo Online, I just forgot about it. That's how they get you. They don't let you use PayPal. So that you don't get that little notification like, oh, you just sent $10 to Wizard 101.
Brilliant. Yeah, it doesn't help that my Earth Bank account is doing this cute thing where I can't log into my account, so...
Oh no!
I can't check it directly, I have to ask somebody else to check it for me.
Oh my gosh. Is that like a temporary problem that you can fix, or is that just like a
I would assume I can fix it. I would assume I can fix it somehow, but I'd have to like call the bank and talk to some strange employee and let them know, hey, I can't log in, and who even knows if they can help me in the first place, and it's just not something I want to deal with when I'm this busy.
Yeah, you said call someone, and I was like, okay, yeah, no, I get it.
Yes. Big surprise, 2 VTubers are introverts, who would have guessed?
I'm about to go to Europe, and my mom's like, you should get a haircut before you go. But I'd have to call the people to make an appointment, and I don't wanna.
Relatable. As a matter of fact, the funny thing, I actually had an important phone call I had to do very recently to, as part of the odd job. The Earth odd job. No. I was never a hitman. Closest I came was a bounty hunter, and I stopped being that 2 years ago. But anyways.
Would you like to be a hitman?
Let's continue this conversation off stream, huh? The answer is no.
Yeah.
As far as you're concerned, the answer is no.
Yeah, chat, don't worry. The answer is no. Wink, wink.
Whatever the case. So yeah, I had to... for the odd job, I was actually sort of getting promoted. But the problem is I had to call somebody to do it. Somebody new, who was also up for it, so we could discuss it. And I was dreading that phone call, but fortunately, the same day I was supposed to call... Well, it was sort of a last-minute thing. It was something, that was out of my control. It was up to, somebody else. Like, other people had to, like, go down the grapevine and say, hey, this person's doing that, this person's doing that. So, fortunately, by the time this person had to call me, it was a drinking day. So, by the time they called me, I was already one shot in. So yeah, I had enough to, not worry about social anxiety, but also wasn't plastered, so lucky me.
Yeah, imagine it's like a very important promotion phone call and you're like, hey, what's up, boss?
Yes, good after.
12 shots in right now, don't worry about it.
I wouldn't be that dumb about it, but, I mean, again, I've done silly professional things drunk anyways if you count this, so... It has precedent, but not right now. I have day 2 of my odd job tomorrow. I can't afford to drink right now. A whole 9 to 5 shift, ain't no way I'm doing that hungover.
Yeah, I totally get what you mean. I'm not 21 yet.
What?
I'm 19.
Jesus Christ, you're a baby. Wow.
Why does everybody say that?
Well, in my case, it's because that means you're literally an entire decade younger than me, and I would never have guessed that had you not just admitted to it.
I'm very open about it. Since I'm a Tamagotchi, I always let everyone know I'm 19 days old.
Jesus Christ on Earth.
I'm almost 20.
Okay, Zoomer. No, but it's fine.
But,
you're an adult. That's what matters. You're an adult.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with minors.
I am
both literally and metaphorically. I should have worded that significantly better, and I'm sober. But whatever the case, you're an adult. That's what matters.
Yeah.
Just a much younger adult than I thought.
I realized I had to clarify because I said I'm not 21 yet, and then I'm like, wait, but that could also imply that I'm under 18. But I'm between the ages. It's just drinking age in America.
Right. So yeah, is that something you're gonna do when you're in Europe? Take advantage of the fact?
Am I allowed to say? Okay, so here's my thought process. So I'm too young to drink in America. I feel like if I go to Europe, even though the drinking age there is different, I feel like if I drank there, it would still be illegal, even though I know it's probably not.
It isn't.
It feels like a crime.
It just straight up isn't. You can trust me on that. I've been, I know the laws. I know, and hey, if you haven't drank before, you're already better than I was at that age.
Hooray!
So, the first, how does one disclose this? It's been enough years. So, do you want to know the first time I ever drank?
Yes.
So the first time I ever got drunk was technically when I was 7. Because my dumbass uncle was giving me what he thought were just plain cups of gelatin. They were Jell-O shots.
Oh my gosh.
So yes, that particular party, I always wondered why I didn't remember that much about it. And when that was revealed to me, suddenly, wow, that makes sense. No fucking wonder. Like, imagine a fucking wasted 7-year-old boy just stumbling around.
Drunk at the party.
Then again, I was on the spectrum, so maybe there were ways to cover it up. I behaved sort of strangely at the time, anyways.
Yeah. What if like that? What if all the Jell-O shots just gave you the power to be like holistic at 7 years old, and you're just like you go from like you turn it. You know that episode of SpongeBob where he like becomes normal?
I don't believe I've seen that one.
I need to think of another thing. But you just like it's suddenly you're like making eye contact and you're like talking to strangers. You're like, "Hi,
yeah.
how are you? My name's Cliff."
Yeah, I get what you mean. Again, I call it liquid courage for a reason. Is that the thing? Like, people will come to my karaoke stream and think, oh, this guy's larger than life. He's loud as fuck. He must be the life of the party. And it's like, no, I'm Babby. I'm retiring to my corner. Like a guitarist I admire, Jeff Hanneman from Slayer, rest in peace. Like, the rest of his band would be out partying, hanging out with the fans after the show, and he'd be on the tour bus reading a book. That's sort of my status there.
Yeah. Like, oh my gosh, what's like the most... I went to like I can't really say a party because it was like a family get together, but like everyone was interacting and I'm just like in the corner drawing.
Right. Been there before. Like, I'm also the sort of person that if I'm at an Earth gathering, Jesus Christ, stutters. Anyways, if I'm at an Earth gathering, then my first instinct will be to hide away in a room. Like, just find a quiet room, quiet corner of the yard, and just, like, sit back, relax, stay quiet, pray nobody notices me. Unless it's one of the
My first thing is I look for the cat or the dog. I look for the family animal.
I guess that makes sense. I do that sometimes, too. Which is funny, because...
You can always trust the cats. Because they know where the quiet places are. You just follow the cat, boom.
Assuming one of them will let you, because the funny thing is, I have 2 cats. One of them's like that. The other is actually extroverted by cat standards. She loves meeting new people, hanging out, sitting on laps, getting pets and all that.
Oh my gosh, that's how one of my, Okay, so I have 3 cats. 2 are kittens. They're older now, but I still call them kittens.
Right.
Like, I had one cat, we had guests over, and my kitten, like, fell asleep in this poor man's coat. So it was like, all right, thanks for coming to our house. We'll see you later. Oh, there's a cat in your coat. Hope you're not allergic.
Yeah. That's actually sort of flattering in a way, because that means the cat at least tolerates you. That means, hey, they like your scent.
Yeah. Or he just wants to replace your scent with his.
Either or. But, see, and that's the funny thing is, there is one more friendly animal in my house, but the problem is, it's my dog. My big-ass pit bull dog.
Oh my gosh, do you have pictures?
Yes, I do. I'll share them with you later.
Yay!
Or I'll share them with you right now. Why not? You get to see them. These guys don't. I don't share pet pictures online, unless it's, Anyway. No, I don't want to open that. Let me see.
Alright.
So yes,
you get to see the messy room. Here are 2 of 3 of the cats.
Oh yeah, one of them looks just like mine. Also, Brace, good to see you. Pleasure to see you. This is May. She's also an artist. And she's also incredibly cool.
And
May
I'm
Brace. Yes, May Brace. Brace May.
Hello.
So yes, this is the first thing I do when I see 2 connections who might not know each other. I'm like, hey, you 2 should talk. You 2 would get along. You have something to talk about. You're artists. You're VTubers.
Oh my gosh, and Brace says yippee.
Yes, exactly. Even more, even more.
And yippee at the same time.
No, seriously, Brace is fantastic. You'll love her. Everybody does who knows her. Anyways, what was I doing?
I'm gonna
Dog picture.
find on Twitter.
You should. She's cracked. Yes, die. Forcibly pushing the artists together. Exactly. Then again, I just do that to all my friends anyways. Like, anybody from different circles. I try to cross them over. Unless I'm convinced they won't help. Like, die help. Yes, it does help.
It's like being in school. I would always get, like, people would be like, oh my gosh, you're an artist? I know this other artist. Or like, oh my gosh, you're autistic? I know this other now.
Exactly me. Like, still to this day, I still sometimes get, like, IRL contacts where, like, yeah, you should, go talk to this person. They might have a similar interest to you, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Anyways, there's my dog. And here's 2 more pictures of my dog. Ain't you spoiled?
Oh, I love dog!
Yes, she's precious.
She has such a silly face. Oh my goodness, she's so cute!
She really is, she really is.
Chat must be so jealous right now. Oh
yes, they... Well, I mean, these 2, I could just DM them the same pictures, so... Which I probably will, once I'm out of here, but... For the immediate moment, I'll just leave it to your imagination. Yes, my dog is a precious baby. Not so much a baby anymore, she's 8 years old, but...
Big baby.
She has,
She's an old baby.
She certainly has the mindset of a baby. So the thing about her is that, unfortunately, she unfortunately spent most of the first year of her life... Brace. You can call me that. You can get away with that. You, on the other hand, don't press your luck.
Me?
Literal fucking decade younger than me. You ain't calling me a baby. You're the baby here. You're the baby in this VC. Anyways, so my poor dog spent most of the first year of her life locked in a crate, unfortunately. Her first owners were... Yeah. Because unfortunately, like for better or worse, we met her pretty much almost immediately after the person we met adopted her, so she's honestly been in my life for most of hers at this point. Which is funny because...
I love that.
Yeah. She grew up like a... That's sort of a habit of ours. We tend to prefer shelter animals. Animals who sort of need the extra help.
Yeah, all of my cats are shelter animals.
Yeah.
We got the 2 kittens after moving because we moved to a really small town, but they have a lot of animals in the shelter.
Right.
And so they had like an influx of like cats and kittens. And we had to get kittens because we already had like a 3-year-old cat.
Right.
And we just had to make sure that, because a kitten, you know, it's easier for a kitten to get along, or to like, I don't know. It was easier on our older cat.
Right. Which is probably another reason we had kittens. That's probably the reason we adopted our 2 kittens, because easier time adjusting to the dog.
Yeah.
Which is see, it's funny, like. Fortunately, we had an open-minded shelter because, you know, some people are morons, are like, Pitbull, no, we're not giving you these cats. They're not going to get along at all. But fortunately, this one was a lot more open-minded. They were like, it's going to be an adjustment, but in the end, it'll probably work. And it does, because one of our cats fucking loves this dog. Will always snuggle with her.
That's so cute.
Here, I'll even send you proof of that.
Do you have any pics of when they were really, really tiny? I don't.
Let's see, Here it is. So yeah, there's one of my cats cleaning my dog.
Oh my gosh, that looks like my little guy.
Yeah, I was about to point out that one of your cats looks like both of mine.
Yeah.
Like the other cat looks...
we have two that are kind of similar looking. Our older cat Koji and Hachi, they're both basically twins, just like a mini version.
Right. So in my case, might as well show you my 2 cats. I have a recent picture of them together. Several of them. Here, these 2 are good enough. So,
Oh my gosh! They're so cute!
yeah, I'll spit it out. They don't know the looks. I can settle with that. So, one cat's named Layla. The other one is Joan.
I thought you were gonna say Joe.
No, Joan, as in Joan Jett, the punk rock lady.
Oh my gosh, they're so cute. I love the little looks on their faces. They've got boba eyes.
Right. And, so, yeah. See, I'm not going to disclose it because, again, poor Joni's a walking dox, but I will say there's a reason we nicknamed her Punk. You can see why.
Wait, which one is she the
Jones,
one on the left?
The one on the left in that picture, yes. The one in front in the other one. Layla's the one who's, normal. I hate putting it that way, but also, I don't like talking about Joan. I love her, but she's way too distinctive to really talk about in public.
Yeah. She's so cute. They're both so cute.
Yeah. See, the other thing is, the punk is also the friendly one. So, Layla loves me more than anything. Like, she's a real living girl, but only to the family. Only to the people, only to me and the mages. If we have company over, then she's the one who goes away and hides.
That's how Koji is.
Right. Again, Joni's the friendly one.
Yeah, Root Beer and Hachi. The black one's name is Root Beer. I talk about him because I post my cats a lot.
Right.
And I also live in the middle of nowhere, so it's like... if someone came over to my house and saw my cats, and they were like, oh my gosh, those are May's cats, they'd already know that it's me because they'd be in my house.
Right. That's a risk I just don't like taking. I'm one of those tinfoil hat sort of people.
No, I don't even say, like, the state I'm in.
Right. Most I'm willing to say is Northeast.
I say Midwest.
Right.
Which apparently, I actually found out that that kind of narrows it down because I'm EST as well.
It happens, I guess, but,
And so one of my mods had to be like, May, you know, I can kind of narrow it down to like 3 states.
yeah.
If you say Midwest and EST, and I'm like,
Right.
damn it.
So yeah, that's my thing. Like, I say Northeast, but fortunately, it's a bunch of smaller states packed in, so it's still not, like, uncomfortably specific, at least.
Yeah. I mean, you can just say, like, oh yeah, I'm from opposite side of the country.
More or less. Which
Or
isn't...
you could even go up and be like, hey guys, I'm from Delaware, even though you're, like, not from Delaware. I don't know where you're from. That's not Delaware.
Not quite Delaware, I can tell you that much, but...
Just, like, give those doxers some random lead.
that is a brilliant idea, though.
Like,
Again,
play
there's a
coordinate
reason...
chess.
Exactly. That's why I'm sort of hoping I'm small enough that nobody is that spiteful to really try to look into me.
Yeah, I can't imagine someone being like, I'm gonna go look up where Cliff lives. I mean, one thing that female VTubers have to worry about is sometimes we can get fans who will like track our cycles.
Yep, I remember that. Some people are fucking nutty.
I'm like, oh boy, I love being here. I love it here. I love being a VTuber.
Females get sex pested, males get accused of sex pesting.
Exactly. But man, like I can see why, because it's such like a like the audience is so like male with VTubing.
Yeah, male and I can make this observation because I'm one of them. This is a friendly fire, basically. Male and very neurodivergent, to put it tactfully.
Yeah.
So social graces are not the strong suit. Again, that's the pot. Again, that's the pot observing another pot.
Yeah, I mean, like, even I'm not in a place to judge because, like, you know, I'm also on the spectrum.
Exactly.
But I tend to call it weaponized neurodivergence.
Right.
In particular.
Yep. I've heard that term before in a different wording.
Yeah. I don't know what wording I'm allowed to use, so I'm putting it off.
I'm pretty sure I've said autism plenty of times on stream before without any consequence, so...
Okay.
I think it's fine if we say it.
Yeah.
See, the funny thing is, like, I never even...
allowed...
See, the funny thing is, neurodivergent is apparently the PC term for it, but I literally had never heard of that word before in my life until COVID times.
Yeah. I don't like that term being used for me. But I can see why other people do. I just feel like it tends to get lumped into like other things I don't have.
Yeah, I've just accepted it's whatever. Like,
Yeah.
I am, not my place. Neurospicy.
Oh, that one's worse.
Yeah. It's like that, Facebook message I saw once. Like, that meme I saw once. Somebody trying to be nice to a non-binary person saying, "Mavady," and the NB responded, "I'd rather be called a slur."
There was this TikTok audio that, like, this is all I can think of when I hear the term neurodivergent. It's like this. It was like, what did you just say to me? I'm literally neurodivergent, and I'm a minor, and I'm bisexual.
Yep. The fact that you know you're bisexual when you're a minor is sort of uncomfortable in itself, but
Like, as a teenager, I can get it as a teenager.
I mean, I suppose so, but
Because then you're like, oh yeah, it's kind of like dating age.
right. I mean, it's again, I'm almost 30. I don't want to know what a fucking teenager's sexuality is. That's a good way to end up in prison.
True.
I don't want to end up in
thinking of it
Earth
from
prison.
like a zoomer perspective.
Yeah.
I can imagine like a 30-year-old seeing like 15 and bisexual can be like, oh.
Yeah, I don't want to know about this. You're a baby. Stop with that. I don't want to end up on Earth prison. American prison on top of that. You know what, people? You've heard the stories. You've watched the movies. You know what goes on in there. It's like, oh, fuck that. I'm good. I like my freedom.
I mean, Human Centipede 3 has made me never want to commit a crime ever.
Yeah. Understandable. For me, it was, American History X.
American
Just,
history?
No, American History X. It's a movie about, not nice people going to prison.
Ah.
You know, those not nice people.
Yeah. Chomo.
People you do not want to see on the street.
Are we
People you-
talking like stabbers or like chomo?
Well, not chomos either, but no. I'm talking about people, people I want to not see. People I want to not see.
Oh!
Yes, those people.
Yeah, I don't want to see those either.
And, fortunately, you most likely won't, assuming you don't go to prison.
Hooray! I don't leave my house either. I don't have to see it.
Incredible. But yeah, I don't want to commit crimes. I don't want to know about... I don't want to know about fucking Gen Alpha, or, whatever they're doing. Like, yeah, you keep to yourself. I do not need to know
Enjoy
that.
your cocoa melon.
Yeah. More or less. I mean, I know if I'm having a kid, I'm keeping them away from that shit, but,
Yeah.
I'm probably not having a kid. If I was a valid dating option, I would not be a fucking VTuber. Like, let's call a spade here.
I feel that, like, there are like VTuber fans who are like, or like even my chat isn't like serious about it, but they're like, May, no boys, no dating, and I'm like, dude, I'm a VTuber.
Yes, exactly. See, and again, the problem is, I came from a scene that was very close-knit, very gender diverse, so sex pest accusations were sort of inevitable, but even then, it's different because we all know each other. We actually have, decent odds of actually getting into each other's DMs. We actually have time to talk to one another, or at least did at the time. Not so much anymore. So, it's a little less weird. At that point, it's just, regular long-distance dating. Because I do have a lot of friends who are doing that.
Yeah, my very first and only relationship was when I was in high school, and it was long distance. And then when I went to visit him in his state, we went to the mall, and then he encouraged me to steal something, and then we got caught.
Oh boy, that's almost worse than getting catfished. Jeez, learning that your significant other is sort of loose, screwy in the head. Like, I'm joking with, like, friends.
I mean, I could... He's cool now. He's gay now. I think it was my bad. I am a VTuber, after all.
That reminds me of something else. I'm not gonna go too much into detail because I'm not comfortable talking about it publicly, but I will say I had somewhat of a similar experience of, essentially my main notable relationship joining the other spectrum after we dated.
Yup.
But, yeah. Not pleasant. I don't like talking about it, but I will say I did have a somewhat similar experience.
I was gonna be like, yeah, he plays Fortnite now, so... And then I realized I play League.
Yeah, I was about to say, glass houses. Like how my mom puts it, those who live in glass houses shouldn't walk around naked.
I never heard it phrased like that before.
That was the first time I heard it phrased. I didn't learn it was supposed to be shouldn't throw stones until, like, years later. But,
Base mom.
Yep. Snarky lady. I love her. She's great.
That sounds like something my dad would say, actually.
Yep.
Alright, I have to... I must use the restroom.
That's fine. I think we're almost out of time anyway. Out of my allotted time, so, I suppose we'll just, call it here, unless you really have more you want to speak to.
I don't think I'm able to. Sorry.
I was about to...
I don't think I can.
I was about to say, did I drain your social battery? Is that the thing?
No, I've been drinking water this whole time.
I see. I gotta turn more people onto Rheococcus on throat drops. I pop one of those in between breaks, and I was Gucci.
I'm so thirsty. I'm just.
Nothing wrong with that. Hydration's
I got a
important.
slurp.
Right.
I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's all fine. I ain't judging. So anyways, I guess we'll call it here. I need to save some energy for tomorrow anyways.
Yeah.
Because again, besides part 2 of this call-in stream, besides part 2 of this, again, I have a 9 to 5 shift leading up to that, so I should probably be somewhat smart about it.
Yeah. Well, good luck with your shift, and
Thank
good
you.
luck tomorrow as well.
Thank you.
And congratulations on your 3rd birth anniversary.
Congratulations. I don't think I've heard that one before. Appreciate it, though. So anyways, I gotta find a Twitch raid target, assuming people will accept me.
Woo!
Let's see, how about, we'll raid my friend Cultivate Snacks, another artist. Somebody else you should meet.
Alright, I will go. That name sounds familiar, actually.
She's a goat. Cute goat.
Is it Kotobi or Gotobi?
Kotomi.
Kotomi?
Kotomi Snacks.
Yeah!
You'll love her too,
Oh,
trust me.
cute!
She really is. So we'll go say hello to her, the Twitch people. The YouTube people are high and dry because I am nowhere near ready to raid people yet. And I don't know enough people for a manual raid. So, either way, both platforms, I will see you all more, tomorrow, 7 p.m. EST, for another call. All the guests who couldn't make it today. So yes, thank you, Di, for coming in. I see you still in chat. And thank you, of course, May.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for, not rushing out. I was actually, I was sort of afraid I'd bore you quickly.
Not at all!
I'm glad. Like, I like doing Zaltzers with other people, because again, like I was telling Di, I have a much easier time bouncing off of other people, like... I don't have the easiest time talking, unless I'm really into the subject, but... This is good.
Yeah, I was worried I'd be, like, socially awkward. I don't know.
Well, again, glass houses. I would not be one to judge.
Don't walk around naked.
Yes, nor throw stones. Or show your stones. So,
Alright.
yeah, that'll do it. Let's,
I will-
yep. Bid
I will
my
also
chat
get
adieu.
going.
Yep, I will get going as well, because I said it's almost dinner time. That's...
Alright.
Yep. Alright, so thank you all. Let's go. Twitch people, say hello to Kotomi. YouTube people, goodbye, I guess. Either way, I'll see both of your platforms tomorrow.
Woo!
So yes, thank you all very much. You all have a good rest of your day, night, whatever. Goodbye.
Bye bye.